Morning, folks. Hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday morning, hump day. and Today's soap is brought to us from Yulay. This one here is Live and Let Shave. This one here is a tallow and lanolin based soap. Show you what it looks like there on the inside. Started out with 4 ounces in this particular soap. Scent profile on this one here is got some orange, blackberry, peppercorn, and bay rum. So it's a very unique scent. If you like cologne scents, this is probably not going to be up that sort of alley, but it is a very unique scent. The blackberry, and the peppercorn, I picked that up. Then the bay rum, if the orange is there, my nose doesn't pick it up, but at any rate, it's a very unique scent. And I got the matching aftershave. Now this is a particular aftershave, does not have alcohol in it. It's witch basil base, in other words. And also it's the type that you're going to have to shake up before you use, and comes in a plastic container there. 3.4 ounces I think it is, or maybe it's 4 ounces. 4 ounces according to the label on this one here. Preshave. Already used a Preshave roll this morning, using the sweet orange from Maggard's. And I've got the lather whipped up here with a Omega boar brush. That's what it looks like there in the bowl. Whipped up pretty nice. That's not quite drippy, but it is wet. It's pretty wet. It's like I say, it's not quite drippy. It's just a shade just right before that. Shaver of the day. Got edge by the way of Michael. This one here is a J.R. Torrey straight razor. That this company went out of business 1963, if I remember correctly. So we're looking at probably 60 years, maybe a little bit older. And this was an eBay find. Michael put an edge on it for me, and going to do a full shave with it. I tested this one here out. I just did, just on one cheek, with just to see how it worked out, and seemed to work out pretty well. So now we'll go ahead and go with the full shave. Already put the pre-shave oil on this morning. We'll go ahead and wet the face here, as well as I used a hot towel this morning. Weather here starting to, how can you say, mellow out. Low this morning is supposed to be down in the 40s, and yesterday we had a fairly decent day of rain. It wasn't no storms, in other words, but just kind of light rain off and on yesterday, and then the night before. But we seemed to fare pretty well over here, and didn't have any tornadoes or anything quite like that. But it was kind of funny. I was pretty tired, I guess. Tuesday night, my wife said she could hear the thunder and the storms rolling through, but I didn't hear a thing. I was out like a light. This particular brush, you can find these sometimes at Maggard's. I'm not Maggard's, but Pester's. Pretty inexpensive if you're looking for a small boar brush that's not going to break the bank. I think these are under $6 when I found this one. I'll try to put a link down below to it. Oh, I should mention also, Yulay, they're out of this particular soap, out of stock. There's just a little bit. It's wet. It's just almost drippy, not quite, just right before that. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. I like this scent. I don't know that it's one of those scents that I don't think everybody is going to appreciate it. For me, it's very unique. I like these unique scents. They work well for my nose. This one here, this particular straight razor, of the Torreys that I have, this one here has a little bit wider blade than most of them. If you ever looked into these kind of, this name brand of straight razors. Almost made it in the sink. It's shaving pretty well. Michael, if you're wondering, I say I tested it out on my cheek and thought it went pretty well. Um, got another shave lined up for this week with an aluminum razor. New to me, but it's been out and about for a moment. Kind of interesting to see how it works out for me. Hope everybody's doing well. I see Marco's trying to recover from COVID, um, and good luck. Everybody's recovery rate, what they experience is different from, almost, individual to individual. Our family here, everybody's got their second shot, so at least we've made it through that hurdle. Some cases, not the easiest to find an open appointment that's near you. For us, the symptoms from having the second shot were, I guess I would say, was a little on the mild side. We did have those flu type symptoms, the fever and the fatigue and whatnot. It's kind of similar, like you had the flu, but it was what I would consider short lived. My parents, their second shot was a lot worse than what their symptoms afterwards was a lot worse than what we had. Kids were more fatigued than anything else. Tired, which, it's not that they don't, they're not morning folks by any means. They're more like my wife. She's not a morning person either. I'm the only one in the bunch. This soap does smell good, though. I really do like this scent. If you're not interested in a tallow-based soap, not all of her soaps, Monica's soaps, are tallow-based. She's got some that are vegan. And I noticed that she's changed her website up just a bit. So you can look to see, in other words, classified by the way of citrus or whatever the case might be, tobacco, for instance, leather, if you're shopping by that category. And her soaps do let you know whether it's got tallow in it or not. So it's something that if you're not a tallow fan, she does have some that is not tallow based. And I've said this before, but I'll go ahead and say it again. When it comes to a soap that's tallow-based versus vegan, I do notice there is a difference. For me, is it enough to, say, well, I prefer one over the other, hands down? For me, the answer is no. I can get just as good a shave with a vegan as I can a tallow. I do enjoy the tallow. If I had to pick one, I would pick tallow. But for me, there's just not enough difference to, say, oh gosh, no, you need to go with the tallow over vegan. For me, it doesn't work out that way. As far as I'm concerned, Monica's soaps are just as slick, either way. She does a good job with her soaps. For me, a straight razor shave is a great way to start out the morning, especially if you know you're going to have a busy morning where it's going to take a lot of a lot of focus. Sometimes my days are like that. This one here, this shave kind of helps put things in perspective for me. Guess you might say no daydreaming allowed when you're having a shave like this. I do consider these fun because there's nothing like getting a straight razor shave, or a shave with a shave head either, as far as that goes. I mean, once you get to the point where you feel like you're comfortable with it, just that sense of accomplishment, it's it just feels great. Just a really nice shave with a straight razor. I've got some that I need to get sent to Frank. Got some heart steel that I've got off of eBay. Got another one, matter of fact, that's on its way that I need to. I'm going to wait till it shows up and send Frank my heart steel. I've got basically, I guess you might say, 3 different styles in that. Well, in between 7/8 and 6/8, and then the standard length. And I've got one that's considered a shorty. Got some soap right there. Face feels really good. Like I say, for me, her soaps work out really well for me. I can't pick at the base, can't find anything wrong with it. It just seems like it works well for me. I've got quite a few of her soaps, neighborhood of 30, somewhere in there. Shave went pretty good this morning. I still haven't. I tried to pay attention. Honestly, I really get stinging right here, which it doesn't seem to be uncommon with some of my shaves, and I don't know what it is about right through there. And it might be because I'm getting close to a densely populated growth of whiskers there, and I think maybe I'm getting the angle every time. I just get the angle off somehow or another. It's really kind of odd for me. Can't put my finger on what I'm doing wrong, reason why it's like that. Oh, by the way, this is cucumber and melon, but I've added peppermint to it, so that's the reason why it looks like that. Otherwise, it would be clear until I added the peppermint to it. Peppermint is just enough in there to have a nice cooling sensation. I usually just do a 2-pass shave. On occasion, I will feel the need to catch this strip over here, and it's on this side of the face typically. Is about the only spot where it's really troublesome with a straight razor or a shavette, right through here. And if I feel the need to do that, matter of fact, I had this on standby just in case if I feel like I need to catch it real quick. This is a Parker 24C open comb, just a nice, I think it's like 3.4 ounces. It's got some weight behind it. I enjoy using it, and I've got the blade of choice was a Supermax Blue Diamond. That's what I got in there. But tell you what, this witch hazel that with the peppermint in it just does the trick. It had a nice cooling sensation to it, with just the way that it was with the cucumber and melon, but it was really light in the way of the cooling sensation. So if you're looking for something just really light on the cooling, that might be a good option to pick. But for me, I needed just a touch more. So I added the peppermint. Like I say, you'll need to shake these up because they do separate. And this is, for me, this scent is just fantastic. Definitely smell the peppercorn coming out of this one. Sometimes soap base and aftershaves are a little different, especially coming right off the puck or right out of the container. And that's what the restrictor looks like if you're kind of wondering there. But once you put it on your skin, then you get to dry down. sometimes you come up with just a slightly different scent. Going to be smelling good this morning, that's for sure. Now, as it goes for how long does it last, it depends on your nose, and my nose is not the best in the world by any means, especially this time of the year, even though this morning didn't wake up with any sinus issues or anything like that. Rain sometimes does have a tendency to help me out this time of the year. Once things start to dry out, I usually start to have more issues, especially during when everything's we got pollen all over the car or whatnot, for instance. Yeah, I smell more peppercorn, which is not a bad thing in my opinion. It does smell fantastic. Really nice scent. I had a great shave this morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I know sometimes, especially this time of year, everybody's allergies are kicking up and whatnot. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.